3 years ago, I kicked my mentally ill 9-year-old out of my household for the safety and well-being of me as well as her siblings. Things that she would do that would put everyone in harm's way. One of the major things that she would do is if she was in the back seat and she was irritated, or you said something to her that she didn't like, or sometimes it was just random, she would get behind my seat and she would cover my eyes while I'm driving down the road. And I'm having to fight her to get her off of me. And that is super dangerous. She would attack her siblings unprovoked. One time she got in trouble and she went and flipped her 3-month-old brother out of his swing into the floor. She took the dog kennel. We had a little Shih Tzu named Bella, and she took the dog kennel that this little puppy was in and she threw it across her room. She threw a candle at the back of her brother's head and he had to get stitches. She hit one of her sisters in the head in the eye with a baseball bat because she was beefing with somebody else and for whatever reason took it out on her sister. I have custody of my 8-year-old niece, and one day she was sleeping on the couch and my daughter walked by her and just smacked her in the face with a shoe because she was in trouble. I can go on and on and on about the things that my daughter did to everyone, but I think you guys get the point. So those of you who are judging and hating on me for removing my daughter from my household, I want to know what you would have done in these situations, because disciplining my child only made things worse.
So this woman's post went viral on TikTok, and a lot of people are talking about it, commenting on it. Colin here made a post about it and said the fact that this woman has made dozens of posts bragging about how she kicked her daughter out of the house just for attention and views shows you what type of parent she is. Horrible. What do you guys think about this? Because some people are saying that she made the right move before her child ended up hurting one of the other kids, or killing her, or killing some other child. Or some people say that this is those families you hear about that don't do anything or don't listen to the warning signs. Now, this person, her name is Meggles on TikTok. Let's take a look at another video here.
Middle finger to my haters. Are you bitch jealous? Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell me. The fuck? Middle finger to my haters. Are you bitch jealous? Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell me.
So she said, I'll never stop sharing our story, because even if I help one parent not feeling so alone, I'm doing something. You aren't alone. You're not alone. You're not a bad parent. Mental illness is real. So the thing is, when she says I kicked my child out of the house, it almost sounds like she just gave her the boot. But I don't know if she put this girl in some type of institution.
So these behaviors didn't just start randomly one day, okay? I noticed signs really early on, but I chalked it up to, oh, she's just a baby, like, oh, she's just a toddler, she's gonna grow out of it, But by the time she was 3, her behavior was so severe that I was reaching out to any professional who would listen to me. She did start therapy when she was 3 years old, and by the time she was 5, she started medication. So she's been on medication for 7 years, and in the past 7 years, we have not found one medication that helps her. She can't do stimulants because they make her super emotional and more violent than she already is. We've tried an abundance of different mood stabilizers. She's been inpatient several times. We have done family therapy. We have done play therapy. We have done everything that any professional has recommended to us. She has seen, I think we're up to 6 outpatient therapists now. Every therapist that she has seen releases her after 2 years due to zero progress. They tell me she has made zero progress in therapy. Therefore, they don't know what else they can do for her. I have tried taking her by herself and doing things with her, and as soon as something doesn't go her way, she'll lose her mind. She currently lives with her grandparents and her biological dad.
Grandparents and biological dad.
He's currently in jail right now, but his girlfriend is still there and helping. The difference in her living there and her living at my house is there's no kids there for her to beat up on.
So I wonder how the grandparents are able to handle this situation. This is seems like a wild situation. Somebody said here the dad in jail tells us a lot. I wonder what her brain scan would look like. I agree with those mentioned, looking into pandas, pans. Everybody's an expert too. I feel worried for the grandparents. You know, I talk about some of these kids will straight up kill the parents for whatever reason. Yeah, I do wonder if those grandparents are in danger. This is kind of odd. Weird.
Nikki, you're back. I'm sure I'll be blocked, but I am the real aunt and absolutely don't want this crap on the internet, and I don't want anyone to follow me, but don't believe this Looney Tune.
I don't know what's going on. The family members are what? The family member is... It's always the family members. Barely around.
Hello, so I'm going to...
Do you still visit your daughter even after everything you went through, or write letters, or have no communications?
Responding to this comment. I still get my daughter very frequently. I literally had her not this past weekend, but the weekend before. We spent the weekend at the lake. It was rough. We still FaceTime dang near every day. If she had gotten in trouble or done something that she wasn't supposed to do and I ask her about it, she'll hang up on me. So sometimes FaceTimes aren't always great, but I still try. She does ask to come home. Well, she used to ask more frequently. Now she doesn't. She just...
Oh, she was asking to come home. Damn. Somebody here said...
Hello.
Somebody here said, so now she beats up old grandma. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in that house. What I'm here, she shows like she has a lot of support. She was getting a lot of criticism too. For those of you that don't know,
those of you that are saying, "Oh my God, it's all your fault. You're her mother. Early intervention is key. You should have got her help as soon as you notice signs." Haven't I been screaming that from the rooftops? I got her help as soon as I noticed signs. She started therapy at 3. Okay? I reached out to every professional who would listen to me because I'm like, yo, this kid ain't right. I'm telling you guys, something's up. But you know what? They brushed me off. Put her in therapy. She made no progress. By the time she was 5, she was so uncontrollable, couldn't handle school, couldn't handle home, literally so violent that I had to put her inpatient by the time she was 6. Okay?
Inpatient.
Do you understand how heartbreaking that is?
Means like in a facility, I guess.
As a mother, to know that you're trying, reaching every which way, every direction that you could possibly reach, and no one's helping. No one believes you. I'm just saying, I did everything in my power to change.
So she's catching a lot of heat. Thing is, man, I don't know, because we people will jump down people's throats, some of the parents that kids need help. Ethan Crumley, other, shoot up the school, kill somebody, whatever. People look at the parents, but she's claiming that she's tried everything. And she's tried therapy, and so people are lambasting her. What do you guys think? I don't know what to think of this, because I just, I'd have to know more besides just her account. Some people say she's clout chasing. Some people say she's just doing this for clicks and views, just posting it over and over and over. Is it clicks and views, or is it awareness, or is it both?
Oh, unfortunately, she's not in a facility. We can't find one long-term that will keep her.
So she's not in a facility now.
That will take her. She has been inpatient in short-term facilities several times, and she was referred by her psychiatrist to go to a long-term facility, but they denied her because the school pressed assault charges against her. So, this is what about 80% of America is dealing with, is the lack of resources. I am posting these videos, being vulnerable and putting my life out there and mine and my daughter's struggles and what it's like to raise a mentally ill child. So other parents know that they're not alone, that there's more than just them dealing with the same situations. Because unfortunately, the amount of people who have reached out to me and let me know that they are in the same position as us is unbelievable. And it's because nobody wants to speak out about childhood mental illness. Nobody wants to tell what's going on inside their household. Everyone wants to pretend like their kid doesn't have issues, and they want to sweep the problems under the rugs, and that's why we lack resources. So I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep spreading
I'm going to keep sharing.
Okay. And somebody here said protect grandma at all costs. I do worry about the grandparents. Is she terrorizing her grandmother? I do worry about grandma, grandpa. If I was grandma and grandpa, they need to be really careful. And does grandma and grandpa have the help that they need to take care of this situation and the resources, Because, these kids they're out there killing people, man. People that need help, resources. And I don't know, it's difficult because like I said, there's people out there, you see the story after the fact, and she's claiming she's been screaming from the rooftops and she's trying to advocate, and she doesn't know she has other kids, and you can't let this one kid terrorize the other kids. And what do you do in this situation? Take care. Bye. Bloop, bloop, bloop.